So what is this Internet of Things, and why should you care? Well, here, the Internet has been around for a while, but it's been mostly the product of people. So all the data and images and recordings and games, books, and commerce, and all of that was created by people, for people, and about people. See, the Internet is one of the most important and transformative technologies ever invented. I happen to know a few people who couldn't live without it. All kidding aside, the Internet is like a digital fabric that's woven into the lives of all of us in one way or another. The Internet of people changed the world. Well, there's a new Internet emerging, and it's poised to change the world again. You see, this new Internet is not just about connecting people, it's about connecting things. And so it's named the Internet of Things. Okay, so connecting things to the Internet, big deal, right? Well, it kind of is, and here's why. Because things can start to share their experiences with other things. Whoa, wait, what? How's that work, right? Well, it works like this. You take things, and then you add the ability to sense and communicate and touch and control. And there, you get an opportunity for things to interact and collaborate with other things. So think of it like this. We as human beings, we interact and contribute and collaborate with other people in our own environment through our five senses. We have seeing and smelling and touch and taste and hearing, right? Well, imagine things with the ability to sense and to touch, and then add the ability to communicate. And that's where the Internet of people and the Internet of Things intersect. So what are some examples of these things? Well, let's start here. How about your smartphone? You wouldn't believe at how many senses your smartphone has. It knows where you are. It knows if you're moving. It knows how you're holding it. It knows how much light's in the room. It knows how close it is to your face. It knows what you're saying to it, and it even has an eye so it can see its surroundings. Oh, and it also has the ability to communicate on a wireless network. Okay, so that's probably an obvious example. How about this one? My bracelet. I'm wearing it up here right now. It tracks my steps, it tracks my activity, it even knows how well I've slept. And it can communicate on a network. Okay, all of us probably have one of these in our homes, maybe a version of one of these. It's a thermostat. But this thermostat does way more than just know the temperature in the room. It knows whether I'm in the room or not. And it learns and tracks my home and away patterns to ensure my comfort and save energy. And it communicates on a network. Let's go back to my morning. And there I am again, lying blissfully asleep. Or so it seems. Turns out the sensors in my armband sense something's very wrong. My heart rate is going up, my breathing has become erratic, and instead of this time gently waking me, it vibrates aggressively to get my attention, and as I roll over, I'm grabbing my chest, and I'm like, what's going on? So I reach over to my phone, and I pull it up, and sure enough, there's a message. It says, I'm having high blood pressure, and my breathing is erratic, and it suggests that I take 2 aspirin right away. And then goes on to say, it says, all of my vital signs have been recorded and electronically transmitted to my medical provider. So back at the hospital, the doctor's already evaluating my data, and in his professional opinion, I need to get in the hospital right away. So he electronically dispatches EMT directly to my home, including pertinent data about my current medical situation so they know how to take care of me. And I even get a notice or a message from the EMT that they're about to arrive. I'm whisked into the hospital, and I'm put under care and observation. The good news is, later that morning, the doctor comes and says, you're gonna be fine. You were suffering a heart attack, and we avoided any major damage because you got the treatment you needed in just the nick of time. So now, is the Internet of Things worth it? Maybe. All because things can talk to other things, or what we call the Internet of Things. Thank you.